Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another Sunday here at the Global Armchair Racing Society. Thank you very much for joining us on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook Live. I'm Kenny Lemons. Joining me in the commentary booth again is Robbo. Good evening, Robbo.
Good evening, Kenny. Good evening, everybody that's joining us to watch the final race and what has been an amazing championship so far. Will tonight end as exciting as last race Alton Park did?
What an amazing race that was. I mean, I tell you, probably the most exciting race that I've seen on a Sunday in a long time.
Yeah, totally agree. So we're 2 minutes into qualifying in the GT4s for the final time and making their way out on the warm-up laps to get some heat in the tyres before going out to do the fast laps.
That's it.
So as everyone's aware, this is the last season we're doing where it's going to be mixed. The next season will all be the same single class of GT3 racing. So this is the last time on a Sunday night you're going to see the GT4s zooming around the track.
And that's it. So if you haven't joined us before, we'll let you know that we run a mixed class event. So the GT4s, which are our slower class cars, will get out onto the track first, set their qualifying. Halfway through qualifying, they will clear the track, and the GT3s will come back out onto the track and set their fastest time. Currently looking at watching Fletch. This should be a hot lap for him. As Boro Beck's on Twitch saying this is not his favorite track. It's one of those things. It's like anchovies. You either love them or you hate them. This the one thing we do know is that the first corner at the start of the race will provide some entertainment. I believe last week we were carnage in action. We might be looking for some action and carnage this time around.
Yeah, it's that first right-hander into the chicane is can be disastrous. We'll see who ends up hitting the overrun. Deke, car number 22, he's taken a pit lane start. He's changed from the BMW to the Mercedes. Probably not a bad choice, really, knowing what the first corner is going to be like.
That's it.
But there again, we all said last week it'd be carnage, and it was absolutely superb racing, really good. So fingers crossed we're going to be wrong again.
This is it. So if consistency is anything, we'll try and be consistent and call for carnage every week, and hopefully not get much. As Pingu says, good evening on the Twitch, and good luck to everybody. And what else? Sponge Classic. Welcome, Sponge Classic. I don't recognize your name, but he's in Abros's corner for this race here as we're watching Fletch. Does Fletch set a time? He does with a 1:59.8. Next across the line will be Davey. As Davey doesn't set a time, and Notorious Ben does, so he'll push himself up into second place. We've got Wickham Boy coming around the bend there. Does he set a time? He does. Look at that. Pushes himself.
He goes first
with a 1:59.6. Well done to Wickham Boy. Good evening,
How's
Roy.
Davey doing?
Roy saying good luck to Pingu on the Twitch. Boro Bex. Sorry to Delorto. Not quite sure what happened there.
So Sponge Classic, by the looks of it, is Abros. He's giving himself a big up.
Well, hey, if you're not going to pat your own self on the back.
This is it.
As Deke goes up into third. I mean, he will have a pit lane start, but good for him for setting a time, and that's NFO aka going up into fourth place.
So we've just got DOR Davey and Miyako there still to set a time. Miyako's still in the pits.
Looks like we've got Craig Robbo 87 joining us on the Twitch feed there. He's saying he is the second fastest Robbo in the family.
That's correct.
Thanks. Second fastest. And yeah, I'll leave it at there. Extreme Kiter number 1 on the Twitch saying, hey fellas, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are the global e-armchair racing, so for me it's the early afternoon. For others, it's winding down on a Sunday night. So we're looking at
either way, it's
Fletch.
drink o'clock.
Exactly. Fletch pushes himself up into first place, knocks Wickham boy, but look at that, just a tenth of a second between those guys. DR Davey comes across the line, doesn't better his time. Notorious Ben goes up into fourth. Let's have a look at Wickham.
Miyako is still to go out yet. I wonder if he's tinkering a little bit.
Interesting. That's a dangerous game to play, right? Because if he doesn't set a time, he's gonna get. Oh no, never mind. He's in the GT4 there, so he indeed could be starting at the back of the pack, which may be a good strategy leading into the first chicane at Monza.
Yeah.
As Craig Robbo saying, I do hope your racing is better than your reading.
Nope.
Nope. Equally poor at both, but thanks for the for the shout out. Robbo, do we call it Robbo Jr.? Robbo 87? I'm not sure what we'll come up with a good nickname. Maybe that's driver of the day and the nickname for Robbo 87. A single file start. Nope. Not gonna happen. So we've got about 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. We've got Fletch at the top of the order. Wickham boy just a tenth of a second behind him. DR Davey, Notorious Ben, Deke, NFO aka. Look at that, all less than a second between these guys. Miyako, not out yet.
It'll be good to see. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Fletch race next season in a GT3. He joined us halfway through, didn't he? So we've not really had to see the full potential of him. He's been quite unlucky in races so far.
That's it.
So it'll be good to see how he gets on.
Doesn't look like he betters his time on that lap. We've got Davey coming across the line now.
NFO and his Janetta's not doing bad, considering really it's not designed for the fast straights.
That's it. So DR Davey pushes himself up into second, knocks Wickham boy out by, what's that, 3/1000ths of a second? Insane. That'll be a good race. As Pingu on Twitch says, he's Italian and hates Monza. Well, don't say that too loudly.
Next he'll be sending like pineapple on a pizza.
Won't give you my opinions on pineapple on a pizza. You know, that's it's a black or white. Personally, I like it. But I'd also, what did I hear? It's like putting pineapple in spaghetti. Yeah, I'd put pineapple in spaghetti. Why not? If it tastes good, eat it.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Exactly. Money J, good evening,
So
Money J on Twitch.
So we've got Miyako out on track now, so hopefully he'll get a lap time in. He's got 5 minutes, so he can't afford to make a mistake.
That's it. So in that Porsche, looking at my
So we've now got Deke. Deke in number 1 slot to start in the pits.
As Boro Bex is saying that he had his sound turned down on his phone, which is maybe a good thing. You don't have to listen to the two of us ramble on. Let's see if Miyako sets a time here. Not that lap. Next we got DR Davey, currently in 3rd. Keeps himself in 3rd, followed by Notorious Ben, currently in 5th.
Fletcher's took over again at the top. The 159.1. But there's nothing between the top 5.
Look at that. I mean, really,
the top 6
second
really.
and a 10th.
Yeah.
He's got Deke coming around. Remember, he's got a pit lane start, so maybe just gauging his pace with these guys. See See what he has to do. It is a 90-minute race this time. So 90-minute race, 1 mandatory pit stop, which we'll expect in around the 45-minute point, provided there's no damage. It's Kiter saying his mission tonight is to avoid relegation.
Well, I can confirm he's done that. So what we've got just over 2 minutes left now for the GT4s. NFO's still in the pits. So I think is he going to call it a day? Or he's happy with his qualifying, maybe. Miyako still hasn't put a time in yet. This is making his way around to the finals straight now.
So we're looking at Miyako. Hey, Robert, I gotta leave you with this for a minute.
No worries, mate. So I'm going to carry on while Kenny sorts out the fire alarm. Live from his studio. So that's it, Miyako's placed the time. It's 7th at the moment. So what predictions have we got tonight on the Twitch then? Who do you reckon's going to win the Pro and the Pro-Am? So NFO's just put on Twitch that he did qualifying on full fuel. So currently for the GT4s with just over a minute left, and we've got Fletch in first, Deke second, but he'll be doing a pit lane start. Dewar Davey in third, Wickham Boy fourth, Vittori Spen fifth, NFO in 6th, Miyako in 7th. Good evening, Biker Craig, who's just joined us on Twitch as well. So we're now on there with the countdown. 45 seconds left before the GT3s can come out and start their qualifying. During practice, we had the top 6, I think it was, extremely close, less than a second between them. So can Miyako improve his time as he comes along? No, he doesn't, but he has got one more lap he can get in. So that's it now, the GT4s are on their final lap of qualifying. Miyako's come off, so that'll be him calling it a day. The only one that's still out at the moment is Fletch. And that's it, now we're at the 15-minute point, so the GT3's come out. Who's coming out the way? Abrose is straight out all over it like a tramp on chips. So they've all piled out together, so let's see if they create a little bit of space for themselves while they're getting some heat in the tyres. So I don't know if this is working at the moment. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know if Twitch has froze with Kenny's fire alarm going off. So I'll carry on talking. I may be talking to myself. I'm not quite sure. So here we go then. So Ambrose is first across the line to get his first lap in now. Here he goes. New livery for tonight in the luminous yellow, as well as Alex, just to confuse things. They've both gone for yellow. So that's all of the GT3s out on track. NFL, thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm afraid you just stuck by the looks of it watching Miyako in the pits. So we've got Ambrose at the moment. Oh, Pingu's just gone wide. He's run off. So that'll invalidate that lap. Still 12 minutes yet though to get a time in. So while we've got the GT4s on Twitch, then who do we reckon's going to win the pro race tonight? So here comes Ambrose now. He's making his way around the final bend onto the home straight to see if he sets his first time. First car, the first of the GT3s to make the way across for qualifying. Let's see what time he sets for a baseline for the rest to compete against. And he has a 150. So who's next across then? Kaita, oh my word. Literally nothing between them. Money J's stuck in 0.6 behind. The Lotto 2.5 off. Just shot 3 seconds off. The Burrowbeck's 2.5 off. But literally, Ambrose and Kaita, there is nothing between them at all. Here comes the next Illuminous car, the Ferrari of Alex. How's he going to get on? Alex goes fourth. So at the moment, we've got the top four with less than a second between them. The Porsches of Fat Bloke Racing still not set a time yet. Car 28. So the next car coming across that finish line will be Ambrose again. Let's see if he can improve on his 150. So Fat Boat Racing has set a time, and he's just under 1.5 seconds off at the moment in 5th. So we're just waiting for Pingo and the Saints to set times. Ambrose coming up to the final bend for the straight. As he's making his way now, coming across the start line as we speak. And he's gone down to 149.6. Pingu's now moved up into 3rd. And Kaita's now 0.3. And Delorto has just took the podium pole at the moment with a 149.2. The battle is on. We saw Delorto and Ambrose in the final bend, the final lap at Alton Park. Delorto took that one, so we're going to see if how this one ends. Ambrose will be out for blood. And that's Alex moving into 2nd place now, 0.3 behind Delorto. So we've now got the top 5 all within a second of each other. Things are hotting up with 8.5 minutes left on qualifying. We've got Roy on Twitch. He reckons the quality pace should be around 1:48. Yeah, I think there's still time for the lads to get fast times in yet. I apologise at the moment. You'll probably hear the screeching noise. That's Kenny's porn alarm going off. He's hit his monthly download limit of downloading adult movies, and he's now to ring the internet provider up asking for more download speed. Also, as you can make you aware, obviously Twitch is controlled by Kenny, so at the moment you're just stuck at watching Miyako in the pits. So we've only got one GT3 at the moment, which is the Saint. It's unable to, that hasn't set a time. So at the moment then we've got Delotto in first, Money J second, Alex third, Abros fourth, Kaita fifth, Pingu sixth, Fat Block Racing seventh, Urubex eighth, and then at the moment Saint unable to set a time. We've got 7 minutes left, and that's the same set of time. 5 seconds off first place, but he's got a time in now, so that means he's starting ahead of the GT4s. So Abros is next to come across. A minute. Oh, Kenny's tried downloading a bit more porn. So yeah, so between the top 6 now, there's less than a second. Gonna be some really close racing again tonight. So again, this is Abros now coming onto the final straight. Can he improve his 4th place position at the moment with just under 6 minutes left of qualifying? No, he hasn't. He's staying that time. I don't think we've got any other movements at the moment. Rebecca's coming across. Will he improve his 8th place? And he has moved up to 7th. The next car, we're looking at the Saint in his Porsche. I've heard rumours he is moving away from the Porsche next season. Will he be going back to his Ferrari from season 1, or will he be changing? We're not sure yet. We've not heard anything from Fat Bloke Racing. I'm sure there'll be some teaser videos coming out soon. We've got Deke on Twitch saying, good luck everybody, he's looking forward to this. I definitely think he's made the right choice by having a pit lane start this race, just to avoid all the carnage, which we hope we don't have on the first corner. So we've got Alex making his way onto the final straight. His fluorescent Ferrari. Currently 3rd, 0.3 off Bull. And he doesn't improve this time. And that's Abros going across the line now. No improvement again. So we've got just under 4 minutes left of the final qualifying round for the final round of the mixed GT Gears ACC Championship. For those that aren't aware, next season we are moving away from the mixed and we're going to go all to a single class of GT3. It's going to become the ACC Gear Championship. The exact same format, 60 minutes FP, 30-minute qualifying, but it'll be open to everyone to come at the same time in a 60-minute race with a 90-minute race for the final the final race. Only difference is there will be 6 getting relegated at the end of the season, and yet we're yet to decide whether we're going to bring a 20-man league or a 30-driver league. All waiting at the moment on the update to see how it all runs and how everything works. As you're aware, we're all kept in the dark at the moment, so we're not sure what's happening. The moment we know anything, we'll let you all know. So, Alex coming across the finish line in a second. See will he improve his 3rd place. 0.4 off at the moment. And he hasn't, no. So we've got Money J. I think it's only his 2nd race in the pro class in a GT3, and he's currently fine. Really, really impressive. He took the Pro-Am by storm and had a massive lead before moving up. Abro's going across now. No improvement. Money J's took pole with a 149.1. The Lotto just behind him. That close, you struggle to get a fag paper between them. So we've got 1.5 minutes left now of qualifying. Next car to come across will be the Saint. Currently, oh, he spoke too soon. He's just spun. He's really not had a great season with that car. I don't think he's really enjoyed driving it. But it shows the love he's got for his teammate when he'll drive a car that his teammate wants. So currently, within 1 minute left, we've got Money J, Delorto, Alex, Abros, Kaita, Pingu, Burbex, Fat Bloke Racing, The Saint for the GT3s. Moving on to the GT4s, we've got then Fletch, we've got Deke, but then he'll be doing his pit lane start. We've got Wickham Boy, DOR Davey, Notorious Ben, FOA, and Miyako. Alex has gone across this finish line, not improved his. Next is Abros. He'll be pushing hard. He's been out for the whole 15 minutes pushing. We've only got 4 cars left on track now. Delorto, Alex, Abros, and the Saints. 20 seconds left. This is Abros' last chance to improve on a 4th place qualifying. And he has. He's took 3rd place. He's nipped it off Alex. And wow. Money J, Delorto, and Abros, there is absolutely nothing between them. Between the 3 of them. This is looking like it's going to be a good 90-minute race. So we've got Delorto, where is he? That's Delorto, he's called it a day. Qualified 2nd. Great qualifying. Abros done. So the only guy left now then is Saint. Can he improve? Currently 5 seconds off the Money J's qualifying time. So we've got a bit of action on Twitch chat at the moment. We've got Mr. Fat Bloke himself saying that the Saint chose the Porsches by the looks of it. So, Fat Bloke, can we have a little hint of what you'll be driving next season? Or is it going to still be a surprise at the moment? So, Pingu's asking where Kenny is. Kenny's just dealing with a fire alarm in his building. So he'll be back as soon as possible. So we can only apologise at the moment. All you're getting to see is his controller on the Twitch channel. And that's a Saint finish as well without an improvement. So then, qualifying, at the end of the qualifying session, We've got Money J, Delorto, Abros, Alex, Kaita, Pingu, Burrobex, Fat Bloke Racing, The Saint, Fletch, Deacon 11th, but the pit lane start, Wickham Boy, DOR Davy, Tori Spent, NFA, and Miyako. We'll just have a quick break now, waiting for the race to start, and the guys will be going out to do the warm-up lap, formation lap, should I say, and then they'll be ready for 90 minutes of action. So good news, you'll all be glad to hear. Kenny's on his way back. The internet provider has allowed him for more porn downloads, so he's just starting his downloads again, and he'll be joining us. So we're just 2 minutes before the start of the formation lap. Cars are lined up. The guys will be setting up the fuel strategy. Ready to go. So personally, on behalf of myself and Kenny, we'd like to thank all the drivers for taking part in the this season. It's been an absolute superb season to watch, and it's been a pleasure to commentate on. Hey!
And everybody, I'm back. Well, that was exciting. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, the nice thing about being on call all of the time is when there's a false alarm with the fire station, that's my job to go down and take care of stuff.
You mean the porn alarm? That's what we've been calling it.
Yeah. Well, porn for some. I had about 15 firefighters walking through here, which is it's pretty nice.
I'll refrain from using the hose jokes.
Well, the silver lining is, looks like I've caught the start of this race. I don't know how things went with qualifying.
Really close, really good action. Nothing between the top three, and then the rest were close as well.
Well, good news.
Right, so while they do their warm-up lap, I'm going to go get another drink. I'll be back in a second.
And I'm just going to flip screens, get back into this. We'll pick you right back up for the start of the race. Sorry about that, everybody, but sometimes stuff happens. And welcome back, everybody, to a Sunday evening afternoon race at the Global E Armchair Racing Society. This is the final race for the GT3 GT4 Championship. It's going to be an hour, 90 minutes around Monza. Should be all kinds of excitement. I unfortunately missed qualifying to see Money J take the pole position for the GT3s and to see Fletch take pole position for the GT4s. We've got a couple of pit lane starts. We got NFO, aka, and Deke, both starting from the pits. I know Deke had a car change, and it looks like NFO is going to start due to a car change.
No, it's not. It's not car changed. I don't know why he's starting from the pits. NFO. Unless he just missed the. Might have just missed the acceptance part.
Could have been that. Just a technical issue getting the car started. So as the cars line up 2 by 2 as they take the final corner to come across the line, I'm gonna let Robbo call the green light on this final race of the GT3 GT4s.
So let's come around the final bend. 90 minutes of close action racing for the final race. It's all close at the top of the pro division. So you can't afford not to finish. It'll be to see this start.
Green light, go, go, go.
And we're off, we go. As they make their way down the first straight, how are we looking?
Into this first chicane, we know guys will have to be patient here. This could wreck your race.
Money J and Delors trying to outbrake each other. Oh, through cleanly at the moment. Oh, Pingo's lost a bit, but other than that, everyone's got through safely.
And that's it. Abros up in a second. Passes Delorto, but it looks like everybody clean through the first chicane. We've got the 2 pit lane starters back out on the track now. Pingu down into 10th. Can't remember where he qualified, but I expected him to be a little bit higher than that. Not quite sure what happened. For the GT4s, we got Fletch, Davey, Wickenboy as the top 3, Notorious Ben by Echo, and Deke. NFO, aka. As this is a 90-minute race, the patience will be the key here. You don't want to push too hard in the first 2 laps of the race. But don't tell these guys that. Oh, a little close there. So we're looking at Abros in that highlighter yellow, I believe is the term for that. Delorto right on his tail, though.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing between the top 4. Starting to pull away slightly from 5th place Alex at the moment.
In the GT4s, I'm going to flip back to Wickenboy, who looked like he was gaining time on DOR Davey.
Yeah, he's closing in on now on that straight.
Looks like somebody went a little wide into the sand trap there. So we flip back up to the top of the pack. We've still got Money J, but Abros
has just took him.
That lets Delorto
as well.
Money J's not going to give that position up easily.
No, he's not.
Tucks to the inside for the second of these. Long straight here, so we'll see who's later on the brakes as they get up into the Ascari S's. Mike Richards, 1989, is the weather fixed? It looks like it's 27 degrees in Italy, and the forecast is calling for 27 degrees and clear skies in Italy. Biker Craig, here comes the first corner, and the first corner actually wasn't that bad. I mean, everybody got through relatively unscathed. Got a nice battle for first and second. A good battle between Money J and Kiter for third and fourth.
Yeah, after that, really, there's starting to spread out a little bit on the GT3s. GT4's Fletcher's pulling nice away, a nice little lead already, nearly 1.5 seconds up on DY Davey.
Looks like Pinu's just gotten past the Fat Bloke. We're looking at the Fat Bloke and the Saint. Couple of Porsches. Real nice cars. Apparently, it's the Fat Bloke Racing team's favorite car to drive. They sure look good. Back up to the top of the field. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, all within a second of each other. Look at this. As Royco boosted, saying his hands are itching. Can't wait to get back in the car and race.
That could be eczema.
That's it. See a doctor about that.
Yeah, as long as your hands are not your...
Ayo.
So I take it with Roy commenting that there's still no baby Roy yet. She's due today. So after two laps of racing, then we've got Delorto, Abros, Money J, Kaita, Alex, Burrabex, Pingu, Fat Bloke Racing, and the Saint. The GT3s. For the GT4s, we've got Fletch, DY Davey, Wickham Boy, Miyako, Notorious Pen, Beak, and an FO. Yeah, still no action for Baby Roy yet.
If you hey. So we're on board with Money J as he's looking at Abros, trying to figure a way past him. It's going to be a tight race between the top four, it looks like.
Well, Delorto's blown away a bit of a lead to 1.2 seconds now from Abros. But Kaita, Money J and Abros are all close behind each other. So as all races, there's one mandatory fuel and tyre change, pit stop. Can't see the cars really going for two unless they have an incident.
That's it. So we tried to do a little some calculations to see what the fastest strategy would be. 45 minutes per stint for these cars really isn't asking too much. Expect that pit stop to happen in around the 45-minute mark, provided, like Robbo said, there is no damage.
So Delorto has now extended his lead to 1.5 seconds.
As we flip back to the GT4s, we're looking at Fletch in first, DOR Davey, and we've picked it up with Wickham Boy, who looks like he's gaining time on DOR Davey. And that's Notorious Ben and Miyako just in the background.
Fletcher's got a lovely 1.6 second lead already over DOR Davey.
Looks wicked. Abros, car number 28, had a bit of an off, and he's flashed back to the
he's in the pits. That's not good for him. That could be his chance of winning the championship down the drain.
That's it. So will the Fat Blokes get past him? There's the Fat Bloke also coming into the pit. And the Saint, his teammate, has found himself up into 6th position, still going strong, in behind Pingu and Alex.
So the problem you've got now for Abros and Fat Bloke Racing is the GT4s are passing them. So when they come out of pits now, they're then going to have to battle getting past the GT4s.
Exactly.
Not so much of an issue on this track really with the long straights. Should be able to get past them, but it's just more hassle that they don't need. So now Delorto is just shot a 3-second lead. As long as he keeps this steady. I mean, it's only early. It's an hour and 20 minutes yet.
This is it, and we've known from past races it's the last 15 or so minutes of the race where
Or the last lap.
exactly. As the GT3s will get in behind the GT4s, inevitably slow them down a little bit. As we're looking at Pingu all over the back of Alex.
So you've now got Ambrose and Fat Block Racing still in the pits. They've now been lapped. 2 laps down. Ambrose is now to the Lotto. What a nightmare start he's had for the final race.
Oh, as Royko said, Ambrose crashed. That's what was going on there. As we're on board with Pingu trying to work his way past Alex. Ferrari and Alexis.
So we're looking, just looked, we've got Deke who started in the pits. All over the back of Miyako now, so he's made it some great time. Deke's done really well, to be honest with you, on this track. He put a lot of time in, and he's passed him.
Well done, Deke.
He's put did a lot of practice on this for the hot stint. Miyako's just got past him again. Some good racing between these two. The Fat Boat Racing's back out on the track. Ambrose still in the pit. 68 has just come off the track. He's back on. Just spinning around now. That's their Burrow-Becks. Had a bit of a nightmare this season in that car. I wonder if next season if he'll be changing. When he's had it working well for him, he's been fast in it. But then
So Biker on Twitch saying, what did he miss? So it looked like Ambrose might have had a bit of an incident. Ended up in the pits. Not quite sure what happened to the fat bloke. As Piggy looks to the inside past Alex. Long straightaway here.
we've still got Ambrose still in the pits at the moment.
Pingu takes the position.
Quite damage.
Look at that between Alex and Pingu. Pingu had the positions. Great racing. Alex with faster acceleration out of the corner takes the position back. Good, clean, fair racing between these two. Pingu goes to the inside for the first chicane. Will Alex be able to do it again? And it looks like Pingu is able to make that stick and pushes himself up into 4th place. Well done, Pingu. Good, solid racing there by those two cars.
So Ambrose is now 3 laps down, still in the pits.
So we pick it up with the GT4s. We're looking at Miyako chase down Deke, and that's Notorious Ben just in front of them.
So what we've got Money J still 2.5 seconds off the Lotto. First and second in the Pro. Fletch now has only got a 1 second lead over D.O.R. Davey. D.O.R. Davey's close right up on him.
There we go. So as it looks like the GT3s are stretching themselves out, the GT4s are battling pretty hard for the first 3-4 positions of this race.
So as far as I can see, Ambrose is retired.
Oh, that's a shame for Ambrose. We'll pick up 0 points for this race.
So that's a good chance now. He's not even going to finish in the top 3. So the Skeggles. Pro standings.
NFO is right up in behind Deke.
So I think by the looks of it, Alex is the only one that can really knock Abros off out the top 3.
So we're looking at NFO, aka all over the back of Deke, less than just about a half second behind him at the last timing.
So you've now got Deke and then both NFO that have both passed Miyako. They both had pit lane starts. They've done real well to catch up. DUR Davies really catching up on Fletch.
And that's Wickham Boy just in behind DUR Davey.
Yeah.
We're looking at first, second, and third position in the GT4s. Wickham Boy looking to the inside past Davey. Ooh. Has to back out of that a little bit. Just didn't have it. DUR Davey goes wide. Wickham's gonna wait, bide his time, see what he does coming up into the S's.
Well, this is working well for Fletch. A second ago they were really close, but now he's got a 1.9 second lead.
Exactly. So while these guys battle it out, Fletch is stretching his lead over top of over DUR Davey. Thank you, George, sir, for joining us on Twitch tonight. Legendary Lemons, I appreciate the compliments. At the helm, well, I had to leave the helm for a minute.
Oh, what? We've got Wickham Boys going for it. Oh. I think the Merc has the speed on them, the top speed over the Aston.
That's it.
We've seen so far.
So Wickham Boy's got the power behind his right foot there. What does he do as they come up into the first set of corners? The notorious Monza chicane. He ducks to the inside.
If it stayed behind him a little bit more to get more of a slipstream, he'd have probably made the move.
Yeah. Remember, this is a long race, though, right? I mean, you don't want to do anything silly. Not that we'd expect Wickham to do anything silly behind the wheel. Calm, cool, and collected, experienced racer. It's George Ster saying, and Rumble Robbo in the hot seat. Here's your new nickname. You forever known as Rumble Robbo. How do you feel about that?
Been called a lot worse.
I'm sure you have. By me. So we're rounding down to just about 18 minutes elapsed in this race. We've got Delorto, a fairly substantial lead over Money J, who's got a fairly substantial lead over Kiter. Pingyu's up into 4th, so at one point I remember him back down into 10th, so he's picking up places. We've got Alex, Fat Bloke, the Saints, Borobex, Fletch. Sorry, not Fletch, but rounding out the GT3s, we've got Fat Bloke Racing, who's down 2 laps, but is out on the track. For the GT4s, we've got Fletch. We're looking at DUR Davey in 2nd, Fight Wickham Boy for that position. Deke in 4th, great race from him. NFO, aka Notorious Ben, and Mayako. Mayako just a hair in behind Ben, so let's pick it up with Mayako. So we're looking at a bit of a train of GT4s. As the cars will start to clump up now, we can see the GT3 starting to get into the mix here. So this is where things will get very interesting. That's Money J going past Mayako. You should fly by most of these cars into that corner. Got blue flags, but we know that the GT4s will hold their line. It's up. Oh, that's a notorious bend. Shooting to the escape road there, Mayako. Doesn't look like anything there, no damage. But that will have played into the hands of DOR Davey as he's maybe stretching a little bit away from Wickham Boy. Yes. Mike Richards.
Miyako's gone flying.
Oh no! As I looked over to Mike Richards to say he's requesting some onboards with Wickham Boy, and I will oblige.
So he's just coming up to where Wickham and DOR Davey now to pass them.
There we go. So we're on board with Wickham.
So you'll see a Bentley come flying past in a second.
Exactly. See him in the rear view mirror. Shoots by on the left.
There he goes.
DOR Davey pulls over to the left. No. Oh, look at that. Well done by Wickham Boy to get into the toe of Delorto. Maybe catch some speed on DOR Davey as they go into the chicane. Sorry, not the chicane. This is the second of the Lesmos I believe we're looking at here. Nice and smooth.
So, bit of an update here on Discord. We've got Abros is apologising to Fat Bloke Racing. So by the looks of it, I think Abros must have hit Fat Bloke Racing.
Oh, that's a shame. So we've got the two GT3s of we've got Davey and Kiter. Kiter squeezes in to make this corner. Well done. Look at this. Absolutely phenomenal racing. Kiter kicked up some dirt, makes his way past Davey.
So at the moment, I'm no Carol Vorderman, but if Alex stays in 5th, he'll get the 10 points, which will not give him enough points to take 3rd place in the championship off Abros.
So we've picked it up now with NFO, aka still battling Deke as the faster GT3 cars will start to weave their way through these through this traffic. This is when it gets exciting. This is, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like mixed class racing, but it certainly spices up a 90-minute race when you've got to keep your awareness around you of faster and or slower cars. George just saying on Twitch, I really got to start playing this more. I've only played it a little bit and it feels not bad even with the weak force feedback.
Delorto must have had an incident. He's now in 3rd place, 8 seconds off the 8.5 seconds off the pace. So we've got Money Jane first, Kite's second. Delorto had a massive lead.
As Pingu looks to the inside of Delorto as they come in behind the traffic of the race that we were watching between Wickham Boy and DOR Davey. This will get spicy.
It definitely must have had a big off then, because he'd passed them only a couple of minutes ago, hadn't he?
Mike Richards saying, love it, great racing so far. Absolutely yes. I mean, look at this. Can you ask for anything better? GT3s get past the GT4s of Davey and Wickham Boy.
So we'll look at. I'm just having a look at Fletch at the moment, leader of the GT4s, nearly 5.5 second lead. He's had a perfect race so far. And you've got Delato just coming over to overtake him now.
Perfect. Didn't slow down Fletch one bit. And there's Pingu. Oh, Pingu.
Ooh,
Remember who's got the line here. Well done to Pingu. Takes it to the outside. Yeah, it was a little bit touch and go there, but you know, Pingu has evolved as a racer from the first time that I saw him on the track to now. That is fully respectful racing. Oh, we've got an off car number 3. Oh, NFO, aka had an off.
NFO
into the pit. Oh, I wonder if that was an incident. That'll be Wickham boy with a bit of a sigh of relief. Deke just behind him. 8 seconds just behind him.
Do you know what? I've got to mention it. You've got Fat Bloke Racing. He's had an absolute shocker of a race. Obviously, I think bad looks have got hit. A lot of damage. He's not quit. He's still powering on. Last place. But I don't expect anything different from that guy. He's an absolute legend. No worries. So as we watch Wickham Boy then, at the moment, 1.5 seconds behind DOR Davey. We've got Deke behind him. It'd have been really interesting to see how Deke had got on without a pit lane start. So we're coming up to near the hour mark now. 1 hour left of racing. So we've currently got Money Jane first, Kite second, Delato third, Pingu fourth, Alex fifth, the Saint 6th, Burbeck 7th. Then for the GT3 F4s, we've got Fletch in first, Wickham Boy second, Deke third, Notorious Ben fourth, DOR Davey must have had an off, and fifth, Miyako 6th. Yep, no worries. So Kenny's just had to leave us for 5 minutes. He's just got a pawn delivery. He's just going to go collect. The lorry's just delivering it. So we're currently looking at Kaita in second place, chasing down Money Jane first. Yeah, as Mike Richards says on there on Twitch, yeah, Davey had an off. That is a shame. Did a real good season so far, do our Davey. So Kaita 3 seconds behind Money J at the moment. He's got quite a good lead over third place Delato. So as this is the final race of the season, our hot sticks are still open at the moment. Currently got 18 drivers that have placed times. If you want a chance to race and get involved in all the action, please get a hot stick put down. Like I said, don't worry on your time as such, because we do hopefully are going to have 30 drivers racing, and if not, we have the Sunday night ACC Academy League as well, which is another way you'll be able to get into the season for season 4. Uh, some really good qualifying times. The track is set for Monza, you have to set your time on. All the details are on the page. If it's not your favourite track, speak to Roy, he'll be able to do some training with you. Some of the drivers will definitely swear by time. Big Mike, he'll definitely swear by it. I think he was quite low down. Had a training session with Roy, and now he's ranked 3rd at the moment. So we've currently got NFO just put on the Twitch. Brake lights on the Ferrari are... Just that's not a very nice word on here. So I think by the looks of it, he had an incident maybe involving one of the 2 Ferraris, either of Alex or Money J. Delorto must have had to spin out, we're not quite sure. But he went from a good lead at 1st place down to 3rd. In fact, we've lost NFO. That's a shame. So we're just under an hour to go now then. The guys have currently completed 16 laps. The only guy that's actually done his mandatory pit stops is Flatboat Racing. So Kate is under 2.5 seconds behind Money J. Money J's getting quite a nice lead there. And you've got Delorto 7.5 seconds behind. The field's quite evenly spread out now, it's quite nice. You've got Burrobex, who's making his way through all the GT4s at the moment. And that's Alex in the pits. It looks like Alex has had an off. Look at the state of his front end of his car. He's had an incident. He's in the pits now. So Kenny's back, his pawn's been delivered.
Exactly.
So just to fill you in, Kenny, NFO's retired.
Oh
He's had an
no.
incident. Yeah. I don't know if it was by looks of it was with a Ferrari, but now Alex is in the pits. It looks like he's had a dink. But I don't know if it's to do with that incident.
Oh, that's a shame for both of those racers. It'll play into the hands of Money J and Delorto, though. Not to mention Kiter. As we round down to less than an hour remaining in this race, should start to expect to see some of the mandatory pit stops for fuel and tire. Oh, it looks like Pingyu's off car number 666. Sorry, that's Alex. And flash back to the pit.
You've got Fletch driving. Don't want to curse him, but a perfect race. Went for the timing streams. He's got a 9.5 second lead over Wickham Boy.
Yeah, well done. So we're looking at the fat bloke himself. Tough race for him. Stayed on the track. Kudos for the tenacity. Starting to weave his way up through those GT4s. Now with the pit stop, he may be able to catch back up to Borobex and his partner, car number 96, the Saint.
Yeah, but Borobex, I don't think he's got any damage, so his pit stop will be a lot quicker. Well, Fat Block had quite a large pit stop, didn't he, with his damage repair. We got on Twitch, NFO said it must have been Alex he hit.
Yeah, not
So
sure.
that is a shame there.
We will have to see what gets submitted to the stewards. The stewards have had a relatively, knock on wood, easy week this week.
So just looking at it all at the moment, the cars are all evenly spaced out. Miyako's in pits now for his. Alex is back out. So you've got Deke in third place for the GT4 starting from pit lane. Like I said, he's put a lot of hours in on this track. He's doing really, really well. That's the Saint going into his pit. Manager pit stop he's taking. Yeah, but is there any left after Fat Bloke Racing's long pit stop earlier on? So you've got Kaito, he's slowly making progress on Money J. Lotto's knocked over a second off Kaito now. It hasn't. I went for a piss break as well.
So, for people on Twitch, yes, it got quiet there. As it turns out, I forgot to turn my microphone back on. You'd think after 1,000 races of me commenting on things, I'd be, stop making the rookie mistakes. But stuff happens. So what did I miss? Mike Richards saying, is Deke showcasing the RNN brew colors? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what the IRN brew colors are.
It's called Iron Brew. It's a Scottish drink. It's like orange coloured.
An orange colored drink?
Yeah. An acquired taste.
I was gonna say, sounds delicious. Spiker Craig said, yeah, too quiet. Hey, I've been entertaining myself, and I got Robbo on the headphones, so we've just been going back and forth. It's made of iron girders and sugar. That sounds delicious. It's one way to get your micronutrients. So I don't even know what I said anymore. Scots love it with vodka. I'm supporting the YouTube stream. Way to go! Thank you, Duffman, for checking out the YouTube. It's all the same stream. You're not seeing anything extra on YouTube or Facebook that you're not getting here on Twitch. Looks like Robbo left the party. Wouldn't be the first time I've been left alone at a party. But sometimes that's the way it goes. I'm not that cool. NFO, aka, bye, Robbo. See ya, buddy. Yeah, Duffman. What? Yeah, it's not like my microphone was off on Twitch, but everybody on the YouTube could hear what I was saying. That's not, it's not the way that goes. So what I might do here is I'm gonna put you guys in a bit of a pause, see if I can get Robbo back on the line. And we'll come back to you with the last half of this final race here at Monza. GT3s, GT4s, 90 minutes. And I'm back. Just had a message from Robbo. He's gotta shoot off. So thank you, Robert, for joining us tonight in the commentary booth. Joining me in the commentary booth. Maybe we'll see before this race is done. So let us pick it up with...
We are at the halfway mark.
Kiter's in the
Still a way
pits,
to go.
Pingu's in the pits, so it looks like we're starting to clear off those mandatory pit stops. We've got Fletch in the pit, Wickham Boy in the pit, Notorious Ben, DOR Davey in the pit. Deke and Mayako have cleared off their mandatory pit stop for fuel and tires. We're gonna pick it up with the fat bloke. Looks like Alex is just in behind the fat bloke, but has a few laps to gain back in order to pass him. Top of the field, we've got Delorto, Kiter, and Pingu in the pits. So will Money J pass Pingu in the pits? Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. MB Pits, he's off to the pub. Have a good one at the pub. I'm sitting here in my own pub. Duffman, Late's dog. Indeed. So as we round down to just over 43 minutes remaining, that's the leader of the race, Delorto, going in for his mandatory pit stop. Let's pick it up with Money J. So Money J's just coming into the Ascari S's here. Will he be able to catch up to Delorto while he sits in the pit? Didn't notice any damage on the car, so it should be a fairly typical pit stop for him. Money J's taking the final corner here. Delorto still sitting in the pit, so it does look like Money J will get past Delorto in the pit. Delorto's just starting to move now. Now will Kiter make his way past Money J? Or sorry, Delorto. There we go. So Kiter gets past Delorto. Come out on some fresh but colder tires. So I'll have to keep that in mind. These guys start to fight it out in the final stint of this final race. The Global E Armchair Racing. Haven't talked about Wickham Boy for a while, who's was sitting comfortably in second, but look at this. Deke has made up all kinds of time and is starting to press Wickham Boy. So he goes to the inside, thinks twice about that through the chicane. Got a couple of GT3s of Pingu and Fat Bloke Racing gonna weave their way past Wickham Boy and Deke. Look at this. Looked like maybe a little bit of contact between the Fat Bloke and Pingu. Pingu was able to hold on, cuts that corner. It's not slowing Wickham down at all. Oh, so Pingu cuts to the inside, gets past Wickham Boy. Hopefully the Fat Bloke is able to get past him here on this straight. And it seems that has played nicely into the hands of Deke, as he is just mere inches behind Wickham Boy as they go into the Ascari, who will be later on the brakes and faster out of the S's. One of the most famous corners in all of racing. Wickham Boy holds on to that, so it's Mercedes and Mercedes showdown here at Monza. NFO, aka Pingu, needs to calm down, forced him off a little bit earlier. the last race. We know that Pingu can get aggressive sometimes. He's been working on it. Oh, NFO, aka. Right on. Looks like we may get NFO joining us in the commentary booth. Let's see if we can make that happen. So while we try and set that up, I'm gonna throw you over to not a commercial, but just an intermission. See if I can get NFO, aka, into the broadcast booth. Hang tight. I will be back with you as Deke gets past Wickham Boy. Took my eyes away from the screen, so well done to Deke to push himself up into second position of the GT4s. That is absolutely amazing. Well done to Deke. So, I'm gonna throw you over to some filler. I will be back very shortly. And thank you everybody for that brief pause as we have a very special guest in the broadcast booth tonight. Like to welcome NFO, aka joining Kenny Lemons tonight. Welcome NFO, aka.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. Wow, these are strange moments for me right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's been an interesting night for me. Starting with qualifying, I had a fire alarm in the building, which I've got to go and take care of. So
I noticed it blew my eardrums out, dude.
Exactly. So I apologize for that. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. So let's pick it up with the Delorto here, who's fought his way back into second position or third position, just in behind Kiter.
He's got a habit of doing this towards the end of the races, you know. Like so last week he had a few offs and a few sticky moments, but just absolutely tore it. Like just tore the track a new one, and you know, pulled it through to game first. Like wow, what a race.
Yeah, you're right, and you're absolutely right. It seems that that's kind of his MO, where he's nice and patient, lets the stuff happen in front of him, and then romps on the gas for the last 15 minutes of the race. So we're on board with Kiter. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry. No, you carry on.
No, I was just gonna say. So we're on board with Delorto now, as he's fighting down Kiter.
Seems It's not giving me as predicted, which is a shame. That would be nice. Oh, there we go. I got it. I'll get the hang of it.
There you go. Oh, it looks like Borrowbacks goes to the escape road through the first set of chicanes there. And safely back onto the track. Well done, Borrowbacks.
There's only a second in it.
That's it, yeah. So just over a second in behind Kiter. We'll expect to see this gap narrow as we go through time here. Back in the GT4s, we've still got Fletch followed by Deeker. He's pulled away a little bit on Wickham Boy. Wickham Boy about 16 seconds in front of Davey, Notorious Ben, and Mayako. And it looks like NFO AKA's left the party. So, not unsimilar to my normal, regular life. People join, realize they gotta hang out with me for a little bit, and then, later, Kenny. Oh, increase his volume. You know, I would increase his volume. He's a little bit quiet, more quiet now than he's not here anymore. Maybe he'll join back. Maybe he won't. It's just the way. That's racing. It's been a bit of a strange day today. I will admit that. Again, was that Kiter going to the escape road? It was. So might have missed his braking, getting a little bit intense. Delorto, second position. Kiter in third. And now Will Delorto. You know, we've still got 32 minutes remaining in this race. He's only just over 8 seconds in behind Money J. It is totally possible that this race will clump up at during the final stages. So we've got the fat bloke again in the pit. Not quite sure if that was just he had a very early pit stop, so I'm not quite sure if that was tires just going off or if there was some damage. At a battle between the Saint and Alex. Wait for the timing screens to pass up as we see Deke and Wickham Boy in the background there. Another big battle. So that's Wickham Boy getting past Deke to push himself up in the second of the GT4s. This has been a battle between these two racers all night long. It's been great to watch. So thank you for joining me tonight, joining me with Robbo at one point, joining me with NFO AKA at one point. If anybody else wants to try their hand in the commentary booth, please please let me know. The more the merrier is what I say. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight on the final race, the 90-minute finale here at Monza of the second official GT season at Gear. It's been good. That is for sure. It's been some excellent racing all the way around from start to finish. Let's do some analysis here. so got the pro standings up on the screen now. We were expecting to have a good battle between Pingu and Abros. Abros could have shot himself up into second place. I mean, really, if Delorto was out, he would have been able to take the top step of this Pro Series. But as it stands right now, it looks like Delorto will take that. I mean, next season, it's Money J and Delorto. Money J put into the pros after we had a couple of retirements. So he's only been able to race one race. Scored a couple of points there, but we'll expect that to be exciting on the next rounds. It's like I won't do too much math here because I don't want to jinx anything. So we'll flip over and have a look at the Pro-Ams. So DOR Davey, Wickenboy, and Notorious Ben. It's like Fletch, Wickenboy in second. DOR Davey sitting down in fourth position. Should be enough to bring it home. Wickenboy getting some real decent points this couple of second places. Well done to Wickenboy. Should finish off in second. Notorious Ben and Fletch. That's where the math is going to come in. As it looks like NFO AKA has rejoined the party, so we'll wait for him to connect. Can't hear him yet, and yes, we will do that. We will try and increase the volume for NFO AKA if he comes back on the line. So with 28 minutes remaining, we've got Money J, Delorto, Kiter, Pingu, The Saint, Borovex, Alex, Fat Bloke Racing. For the GT4s, we've got Fletch, Wickenboy, Deeker, DOR Davey, Notorious Ben, and Mayako. On Twitch, he's
It's not going good for me.
but he's all fixed. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll try and turn you up a little bit because people on Twitch were saying that weren't very loud, so
I don't think they can hear me.
Folks on Twitch, if you can hear NFO AKA in the background singing his song, it's a really nice song. Let us know. If you can't hear the song, request one for me. I'll sing his song.
Oh, we do like to be beside the seaside. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not singing again. Promise. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep waffling on. Look at Wickenboy, he's moving. Duffman and Miley Cyrus have never been better. I'm getting abused.
This is an NFO AKA coming in like a wrecking ball. Oh, it looks like we've got Fat Bloke Racing. Looks like he's had a bit of an incident. Got a yellow flag there. Is
I just saw him on the side there.
Been a tough race for the Fat Bloke tonight.
Yeah, he looks like he's rejoining clean. There's not going to be a lot of carnage with that one.
And fortunate for him, doesn't get himself stuck in behind any of these GT4s.
No, that's definitely a positive.
That's right. We'll hop back on board with Deke as Deke and Wickenboy have been battling it out all night. There's been at least 3 position changes between these two drivers. We've got third place Kiter and the GT3 coming up and behind them, so we'll see how that changes the dynamic.
We've got a Duffman in the chat saying all the weight in the car not faring well for the Ascari. You'd think by now he would have said something, but no. He takes it well.
Which is funny because there's a real nice Italian restaurant in Toronto called Ascari.
So you know the fat man will just spin off and head to the race.
Exactly.
Over a street circuit, which is good. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Gotta get your nourishment. It's a long race, 90 minutes.
Oh yeah, you can guarantee some of the GT3s and the GT4s have swung by the fat man's pit to have a bite to eat whilst they're waiting for their cars to be ready to race again.
Well, that's it. I think because on the Thursday night Formula One, they were frying up sausage, bacon, and eggs in Jeddah, which was a big hit with the fans. The night before, the week before, I believe it was curry that gave everybody food poisoning.
Okay, see, I've heard this is part of their strategy is to
Give everyone a bad time.
Exactly.
In the race.
little touch of E. coli, slows everybody down.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. But hey, if it works for them, it works for them.
It's so Duffman saying it's called Ascari, not sorry. As you probably know, I am Canadian, and
Oh!
yeah, that's Deke going wide.
Those two are having such a battle.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
He's still close though. He doesn't seem to have slowed him down. But yes, Duffman. Everything to a Canadian is called sorry.
Hey?
Exactly, eh? There we go, and back up at the top of the order. We were saying don't count Delordo out because the last phase of the race he really romps it on, so he's less than a half a second behind Money J. Again, this could come down to a final lap win for somebody.
I'm 90% sure Delorto runs like map 3, map 4, and then towards the end of the race he just bangs it all into one and sends it.
That's it. So for those of you on Twitch who don't really know what that means, you can set your engine up so that it performs a little bit less but sucks less fuel. You can then mid-race change your engine setting to suck more fuel and be more powerful, which maybe he does. I mean, he is an experienced racer. It looks like we had car number 22 off through the oh sorry chicane. That was Deke. No, Deke. Oh, what a shame for Deke. So, oh no.
Running so well. And you know, from personal experience tonight, before my incident, he was moving. He was absolutely just getting away from me. I had no choice.
Oh, and that's the thing. He's put so much practice in. That's a heartbreak for Deke, as it lets DOR Davey past him. So that'll push him down into 4th. Duffman saying sucking equals more powerful. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's the answer to that. And let's get an onboard with Delorto. Good call. Let's get on board with Delorto.
Just an update before we get over there. Deke's pitted. That's allowed Tories Ben past him.
That's it. We know it's just a matter of time, and Delorto's such a calculated racer that he will, patience is one of his strong suits. As he got really close to Money J there. Give him a little love bump. They come along this past the start-finish line into this first chicane. Thinks about the inside, says maybe not here.
The great thing about the event
that's it. There's such a stable platform that they just gobble up these curbs where it seems the Ferrari, especially the that sausage coming out of the second corner in the second chicane, that'll send you skyward.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. If you've not got a front engine rear wheel drive car, it hurts.
Okay, so here we have Money J getting in behind the slower GT4 of Mayako. Makes his way past relatively easy. Delorto does the same thing as they come up into the famous chicane. That's
What is it with these good people? They're just obsessed with food.
Well, and I mean, if we scroll back through some of Duffman's comments, obsessed with sausage, I think. So yeah, no, but in all honesty, really good group of guys at racers at the Global E Armchair. A lot of fun in the chat. Look at this. Delorto is all over the back of Money J. Goes to the inside. We've got a car coming out of the pits. How does this? Oh, look at that white line. That's deep. Zoom. Wow. Tucks to the inside. Will he get the corner sorted? Oh no, oh no,
Oh.
And that was Money J backwards. Oh, I didn't see any contact there, but that lets Deke through.
I didn't hear it, I didn't see it, did it? Is it?
Oh no, so that puts Delorto up into first, Money J into second. Kiter still 16 or so seconds in behind, but that cost him a good solid 6.5 seconds there. Hey, food is food, mate. Duffman on the Twitch, that's true. So, some food is not good food. We'll remind you of the Fat Bloke Racing Garage Barbecue. Stay away.
Yeah.
Because not all food is good food, but it is definitely food.
I mean, it tastes great at the time, but then when your lap times are being interrupted, 'cause you need to pull in.
the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah.
So with just over 17 minutes remaining, we've got Delorto in the lead of this race, followed by Money J, Kiter. Pingu's had a solid race, worked his way back up into fourth. He was down in around 10-11 after maybe a bit of an incident within the first few laps. We've got the Saint, one half of Fat Bloke Racing, sitting in fifth. Borobex, Alex, and then the Fat Bloke himself sitting in eighth. The GT4s, we've got Fletch, Wickham Boy, Davey, Notorious Ben, Mayako, and at the back of the pack, we've got Deke. Heartbreak race for him. He was looking at some solid points tonight.
He was going strong.
I don't even know what's going on the Twitch anymore. I'm gonna leave that family show. Hairpiece. How'd you know I was bald? Everybody needs a hairpiece.
We all sit in our armchairs and race. We're all bald.
Exactly. It's Mike Richards on Twitch saying a great move by Delorto. It was. Patient move, not quite sure what happened. We saw Money J going backwards on the track there. Not sure if he just got nervous or maybe there was some contacts. We'll have to let the stewards have a look at that if there are any incidents that are submitted. But it looks like Money J is making up time again.
I'm kind of wondering if he tried to get on the gas a little bit early, you know, just to latch onto the back of Delorto, and it just got under him.
That's
got from
it.
under him, and he couldn't rein it in, and it's just a mistake, unfortunately.
As Michael Richards is a great comedian. Is that Mike Richards, 1989? Great comedian? I don't know.
All I can see in my my chat scroll is Duff Band, really.
As Duffman heard a beer open. So as if you're new to the stream here, there is a prize for who can accurately guess how many beers were opened through the entire stream. I unfortunately didn't plan my weekend very well, and have switched over to red wine. So it's a fancy night here at the Chez Lemon. It's red
Chez
wine.
Lemon.
It's Chez Lemon, exactly.
Ah, the chat.
Mm-hmm. Did money ride the
Money
sausage?
J- yeah. Wow.
We don't know. Hopefully that wasn't on the Twitch feed, because we are definitely getting banned if that was the thing.
Yep.
I mean, Twitch is pretty good with their restrictions, but that would definitely get us banned.
Yeah, you guys don't really know how hard I'm trying not to be profanity-based with my language.
This is it. It's tough when you get on the stream. You try and keep it as PG as possible. Sometimes the curse words slip out. I think there was a royal F word when the fire alarm went off.
Oh no. George Dale, welcome. Glad to see you still watching.
And you're absolutely right. It's really close after almost an hour and a half. We're final race of the season. We extended by half an hour. Give you guys some more action.
More action on the sausage.
Exactly, as Duffman's saying, we're gonna crack, buddy. I've already cracked. Like, I cracked a long time ago. This is this is it. Weird, yeah. As we've picked it up with Whitcomb boy. Solid race for him. Solid season. Well done to Whitcomb boy.
Yeah, it seems a lot of the GT4s seem to be running their own race, just comfortably knocking out the laps.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, had a couple of retirements. NFO aka on the line with us tonight. Appreciate it. Nice to have somebody else in the commentary booth with me. Robbo had to take off. It's Mike
I
Richards.
figured I'd pick up the slack.
I appreciate it. You know what? It's shout out to Roy on Wednesdays and to the Saints on Thursdays for their commentary. It's a lot harder to do when you're by yourself, and they do a spectacular job. So if you haven't watched any of the F1 stuff, get in, at least have a look. Sam does, or the Saint does a great job with it. And Royko, after a brief hiatus, is joined us back in the Gear Broadcast Booth Netherlands edition. And he bangs it out every weekend. Exactly. Speaking of, as of right now, Roy is expecting a baby, and that baby,
It's overdue now, isn't it, right?
from what I know. So if Roy was on the stream earlier, joining us on the Twitch chat, I haven't seen him for a bit, so maybe some congratulations are in order.
I sure hope so. I'm not looking forward to racing his little one.
Me neither.
He's gonna be one fast kid.
Yeah. Well, you know that. As Duffman, great crew on the streams. Thank you all, and thank you all for joining us tonight. As I said earlier, everybody in the Global E Armchair Racing, it's a fantastic group of people. So if you want to get on some of this action, you find us on Discord, find us on Facebook and the other places too, but we tend to stick mostly to the Discord. As Money J is clawing a little bit of time back on Delorto, but he may have cranked that engine down a little bit. He knows he's just got to finish this race now. Tuffman on the Twitch is saying, baby's coming out of the womb in a hurry. He's gonna shoot straight across the room and straight into the cockpit. If I know Roy and his wife Tusi, who's a real nice lady, she joins us on the Wednesday night streams and the Sunday nights when Roy's racing. That is absolutely true. They'll have the cockpit set up in the delivery room. Waste no time.
Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to have the berth in the race room.
So with less than 9 minutes remaining, we haven't already. But jeez. So for those of you who are on the Twitch, read the comments for yourself because I'm not going to say that out loud. Oh, it's a kids show. Duff, you're killing me. And I've lost my train of thought. I don't even know what I was going to say. So 8.5 minutes.
So we've got Money J coming up behind Davey. This should be a fairly easy pass. There we go. Let's see what kind of distance we've got between him and Delorto.
That's it. About 7 seconds. I don't know. I mean, there's 8 minutes remaining in this. I don't know if it's possible. Stranger things have happened, that's for sure.
Stranger things have happened.
But it looks like everybody's just kind of spread out a little bit. Just bring the car home. I mean, it's still... This is the danger zone, right? Tires start to fall off, nerves start to get frayed. Like we saw, maybe a little too aggressive on the loud pedal, and that car will squirt from underneath you.
And from personal experience, an hour race is enough. Like you lose concentration quite easily. An hour and a half, that's getting into it.
Well, this is it. And every fourth Friday where we've got the 3-hour endurance race, where I don't know, there's no way. I mean, I have enough problems staying focused here.
Especially with Duffman in the chat. That was a ready aim fire for you, Duffman. Yeah, Fletcher's run a perfect race. You can't fault him for that. It's just amazing. Absolutely. Everything that could have gone right for him has gone right, and fair play. You can't take that away from him. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We don't know. Well, hopefully, if when it goes to the 30-car races, the third-party servers, we may even see those being able to run 30-car races. So there's a potential for that to happen as well. So if yeah, if the Assetto servers themselves can't handle it, then maybe the third party can. Really, I mean, a lot of people will be used to setting up their own servers on G-Port and the others. So maybe they'll stick with that. Maybe it's worth it for them to keep going with it. But like I say, we don't know. Oh, you're kidding me.
And that's it. Thank you, Duffman, for Kenny Can't Hear Ya. Yeah, you know what? It seems I've done that a couple of times tonight where I must have just knocked the mute on my mic. So I've been talking to NFO. We've been having a great chat, and you guys couldn't hear me, which is probably better for you guys.
It's worse for them because they have to just listen to me.
Got Boro Bex chasing down the Saint here. So this looks like the race with 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. This will be the battle for 5th place.
I think we might see 48 laps.
That's it. We've got 46. I mean, what were we were seeing in qualifying? I missed most of qualifying, so I'm not quite sure what the lap times were. But we'd expect what, in around a minute 55 or so around here.
49.
49.
Fuel levels with the fuel levels they have now, yeah, it should be 49s.
Let's hop on board here with Borobex for a couple of minutes.
So as we were saying earlier about the different fuel maps, if you look down in the bottom right of the screen, the little yellow bar, that shows you the progressive map of the engine. The higher the number, the less fuel you get. He's currently running map 1, which would be the fastest.
Oh no! Oh, it gets a little bit squirrely coming out of there, and that was a good fight looking between him and the Saint. Unfortunately.
There was a battle coming.
And that's the thing, after almost 90 minutes of racing, tires go off, nerves go off, and it's really easy to do.
The concentration goes, and it's just and again, you're pushing because you're trying to catch the guy in front, and
so Mike Richards is on the Twitch. He's done some math and says the Saint and Bex are tied on 28 points in the league. It's all down to the last few laps. Well, maybe that was it. Maybe he knew. Just trying to get a little extra aggressive coming out of a corner, and the car slips out from underneath you.
The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
There we go, as we hear race control call out the final lap of this race. It's like NFO AKs left the party. Good time. Glad he joined us. Great to have him here. So we're looking at Delorto. Will most likely take the lead of this race. And maybe we'll get NFO back before the end of this one. But it looks like after 90 minutes of racing, it will be Delorto, Money J, Kiter, Piggy, the Saint, Borobex, Alex, and Fat Bloke Racing. In the GT4s, we've got Fletch, Wickenboy, DUR, Davey, Notorious, Ben, and Mayako. That's Delorto going wide. Oh no, in the last lap. Where's Money J? Money J and Delorto able to save it. Oh, that could have been catastrophic for Delorto. As we were saying, concentration goes off a little bit, but that's brought Money J up right in behind Delorto. Thank you, Jortster, on Twitch. It's all kinds of fun. I honestly, I enjoy doing this. It's a good time for me. Sit back, have a couple of refreshments, joke around with you guys a little bit. So yeah, it's a fun Sunday. So we're currently looking at Delorto as he's gonna get in behind the GT4 of Deke. We've got another car off. That looks like that's Alex off again, having all kinds of trouble with his car tonight. That is unfortunate.
The leader has finished the race.
There we go. Congratulations to Delorto for winning the last race and winning the championship here at Gear. We've got Money J coming in second. We'll pick up with Kiter. He crosses the line in third place. Then we've got Pingu, followed by the Saint, Borobex, Alex, and Fat Bloke Racing for the GT4s. We've got Fletch, followed by Wickham Boy, DOR, Davey, Notorious, Ben, Mayako, and Deke. Great racing by everybody tonight. Thank you for everybody for joining us through this entire season. Like I said, great time by me. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. And on that note, I believe we will see you on Wednesday with Royco for some more GT action. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week.